What's going on, fellas and cool? It's Make a Dash, and welcome back to The Walking Dead Season 2. So, if you remember, at the end of the last video, I was sitting talking about the TV show, and ended up getting interrupted because morning came or something like that. And so, we're now paused at where I would have done that. And since we're paused, I'll just talk about the show here. Feel free to skip to whatever. I'll put a time on the screen that you can skip to if you don't want to hear me talk. This episode was Spend, Season 5, Episode 14. Some characters are killed. I will discuss them as their time arrives. So it starts with Gabriel gets a note from someone, I think her name was like Rosaline or something like that. It had Rose in it, saying, "We're so glad you're here, Father." And he kind of goes crazy, I think, and starts ripping up his Bible. And then intro happens. And then it turns out the power's going out in the safe zone that they're in. And Noah meets with Reg early in the morning. Reg is Deanna's husband. He's an architect. And he's like, "I want you to teach me in case, just in case, how to, do architect stuff. So that if necessary, he can help out." And Reg's like, "Okay, fine." And he gives him a journal to write stuff. He's like, "You're gonna have to write everything down from now on." So because the power's been going out, Eugene knows some kind of part that would help him fix it. And Glenn, Aiden, Noah, Tara, Nicholas, and himself go to pick up those parts from a warehouse. And he doesn't want to go. He thinks that he'll be useless, and he can just describe what it looks like, but they're like, "Dude, come on anyway." And so, okay, I didn't discuss this for the last episode, but at one point in the last episode, Rick panicked and thought that he had lost Carl and Judith, and ended up knocking over a statue, an owl statue that Jesse had. So in this episode, it turns out that someone broke the statue. He had knocked it over, but it was fine. And he's like, since he's the constable now, he's going to investigate. And back at the warehouse, Aiden thinks they should go in, and just go in and go out, and Glenn is like, "No, we should check out the perimeter, and, figure out where all the exits are in case something happens and we get screwed." They're like, "Okay, fine." And while they're doing that, a bunch of walkers gather out front, in front of the warehouse. And he's like, "Okay, well, I guess we're not going out the front." And so they go back in. Well, they still need to get the parts, so they can go out some other way. And there's a whole bunch of walkers in there, but they're behind a fence. Except one, which has armor, so they can't easily kill it. And Aiden starts shooting at it, because Aiden is a dumbass. And Glenn's like, "Dude, just leave it, let it come closer, and kill it melee style." And he's like, "No, I'm gonna shoot it in the legs to slow it down." And it turns out, I actually had to read the wiki to figure out what had happened. It wasn't clear in the episode, but it had a grenade on its belt. And Aiden shoots that and sets it off accidentally. And causing a huge explosion. And in the process, Tara gets injured really bad. She has a head injury and she gets knocked unconscious. Meanwhile, Aiden is thrown back and impaled on a shelf. Nicholas says he's dead. We'll just leave him for dead. And they get Tara to an office to, help her out. And it turns out that Aiden had a first aid kit that they could use but it got blown to smithereens. And the other walkers that were behind the fence got broken down by the explosion too. They're like, "We have another first aid kit in the van. We gotta get her out to the van." Meanwhile, Aiden, they think Aiden's dead, but it turns out he's not. He starts crying for help, and they're like, oh shit, we gotta go get him. And they try to get him off this shelf that he's impaled on, but they can't. He reveals before he dies that he and Nicholas actually screwed up with that previous group, and they left the other group for dead. They panicked and were cowards and whatnot. And they're forced to leave him to get eaten. And Nicholas, turns out, is a huge coward too. He runs out to the front, which we already determined was a bad place to run to, and it gets himself stuck in a revolving door, and on the side that goes out. And Glenn and Noah follow him, or on the side that goes in, if it were to spin, because it only goes one direction. Nicholas tries to, Eugene got out with Tara earlier. I forgot to mention that. And he starts making noise. They have a song. They have a song that didn't come out until after the apocalypse started. That's in the car. I don't know how that possibly works, but it's called Internet Friends. He starts playing that and honking the horn to get the walkers that are out front to leave. And so now Nicholas, remember, he's on the side that would go out. He could theoretically run out, but it would cause Glenn and Noah to go in and be killed by the walkers that followed them to the revolving door on the inside. And Glenn decides that he's going to try to break the glass, but it's plexiglass. It's not going to break. And Nicholas just bolts out the front door, and Noah gets himself caught, grabbed by a walker, and Noah's killed. So Aiden and Noah are killed. They are the kill of this episode. Glenn ends up somehow escaping. We don't actually see how, because theoretically his only option was to go in. I guess maybe the walkers were too distracted by eating Noah to get him. I don't know. Nicholas goes to Eugene and wants the keys, and he wants to go back right now. And Eugene is like, where the hell are Glenn and Noah? And Glenn catches up with them and knocks him flat, unconscious, and into the ground, and tells Eugene that Noah's dead. And we see a shot of his journal where he wrote something like, "This is the beginning," or something. Which, irony. And that's all with them. Back at the camp. I forgot about, the Abraham. Abraham is now working construction to help build the wall up, and make it stronger. And there's some lady named Francine who's watching, who's up in a bucket, like, of construction equipment to be a lookout. And Tobin, who's running it, he's some dude, he's running the place. He goes to take a shit, but he runs back because there's a shitload of walkers where he was taking a shit. They follow him, and they have to kill all the walkers. And in the gunfire that they have, because they have automatic weapons, they accidentally shoot the hydraulic pump that was holding Francine up, and Abraham rushes in and saves her life. Tobin's a coward and runs back to the safe zone and says, "I'm not fit to run this thing anymore. Make Abraham the group. This is too Deanna." Meanwhile, shoot, I actually have the wiki open on my phone here. Meanwhile, Sam, the kid, goes to see Carol and asks for more cookies. And honestly, both of these characters are annoying. Sam's annoying, and Carol basically tells him to fuck off. And after begging and pleading, she agrees to make him some more cookies if he steals the chocolate for it. So meanwhile, Pete goes to Rick's house and tries to offer him a beer, but Rick says no, and they say, "Okay, but we have to be friends now, right?" And they're like, "Okay, fine." I didn't really get that scene, but I think it's going. Well, I think it's setting up something in a later episode. Sam gets the chocolate for Carol, and he tries to talk to her while making the cookies, but she evades all his questions. And he mentions that because when he's sad, he breaks things, and he broke the owl statue. And he also asks Carol for a gun for protection, but he says it's not for himself. He doesn't ever say who it's for, but it's implied that it's for his mom. And later on, at the end of the episode, apparently from this, Carol gathered that Pete is beating Sam and Jesse. Pete, the doctor guy, who was supposed to fix Noah's legs. Obviously, that's not happening. Shoot. And she tells this to Rick, who they come to the conclusion that they're going to have to kill him. Now, I say he's a constable. You know, he could throw him in jail, but they don't have a jail, probably. And they could try to do the whole death by exile method. Well, of course, he knows where the place is, and we already pointed out that while walkers can't get in the wall, a human could just easily climb up it. So they're going to have to kill him. And at one point, Gabriel has gone crazy, and goes to Deanna. Well, Maggie had gone somewhere else, but she comes back right as this starts, and he tells Deanna that apparently Rick's group is like the devil or something. He doesn't actually give examples of what they've done, but he's like, they've done bad things. And Maggie hears this. We have no idea if Deanna actually buys it, but, you know. Okay, I think I'm done with that. Let's start looking around at all this. So let's look at the fire pit.
Walker just snuck up on you, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna talk.
I was distracted. Just wasn't thinking.
Oh, come on, Clementine. Really? Can you walk any faster,
I saw its shadow.
please?
It moved in front of one of our...
Wow, how...
Here and
Wait,
knocked
you
it
have
over.
to be standing in a specific spot to look at the fire pit and go the longest way possible?
Can't believe you survived.
And that's all we can do. Okay, well, let's talk to Sarah.
And took off the arm really quick.
I'm trying to be good. What? Reggie asked me to be good, so I'm being good. I don't want him to get in trouble. I'll talk to you later.
I still think he got higher than
Apparently
he
talking to me is
what are you
trouble
gonna do?
now. Okay, let's talk to
I
Rebecca.
didn't treat him very well these last few weeks. Things got so complicated so fast. It became all about getting through each day. I'm trying real hard to remember the last time I told him that I loved him. I've been racking my brain, but I just can't remember.
I assume we're talking about Alvin. Let's go.
I'm sure he knows. In his heart, I'm sure he knows.
I assume we're talking about Alvin.
I hope that's true. All right, get going. I'll be fine. I appreciate you checking up on me.
Okay, so we have Nick. Oh, that Nick. I assume he's our group's Nick.
Hey, Clem.
Nick?
Just thinking about Luke. There's no way he's gone. That he left.
No.
How about it?
He's probably
'Cause
trying
me,
to...
I've known him for damn near 20 years now, and I can't buy it. Of course, I can't say the thought never crossed my mind. Things change. Whole damn world change. Yeah, he's still out there. You watch.
I'm just gonna be silent. I can't remember what he
Guess I'll
asked
try
me
and
to
get some
respond
sleep.
to.
You should too.
So,
They're gonna ride our asses tomorrow for sure.
Okay.
Night.
alright, now, so what's these shelves?
Looks rickety.
Possibly, I guess, are we gonna be able to use this to climb over something at some point? Let's look at the soil. Guessing the little break in the thing is probably, this might be what we need. A fence gap. Huh, if we remove those boards, I could probably squeeze through. Okay, let's look at we can look at the fence.
This place seems pretty secure.
And I can pull on the fence, but I'm probably not going to do anything. No.
Hey, Clem, come on. don't be like that.
She ain't doing nothing wrong, Reggie. Just relax.
How can I relax when she's walking around touching everything?
Okay, I can examine the hose. Whoa! It took me to a different view. Oh, look at barbed wire. And there's a
Ouch.
broken ladder. Yeah, that seems like it would probably hurt. Let's examine the ladder. And the rope is what's that on the ground? I guess it's nothing important. Let's look at the rope. I guess are we gonna, for our escape plan, going to have to wow, that was some weird perspective. Get up there somehow and lower it down? Okay. I think we have limited time. So we can look at the shutter.
Reminds me of the jewelry store.
The one where yeah, it's not gonna do anything.
Clementine, please. I asked really nicely. I don't want to...
What the hell is she doing?
No, nothing. You know, kids. They love not listening.
You had one job, Reggie. This is real disappointing. Gonna have to tell Bill about this.
Please, come on.
Hey, don't be like that, man.
You shut your fucking mouth. I don't know you.
Dad!
So, pulling on the shutter is probably bad.
Bill's gonna hear about this shit.
Troy, please.
Fuck you, Reggie. This is setting you back a few. Get comfortable, asshole.
He was trying to help. She's just a kid.
No one's talking to you, Indian lady.
Hey!
Well,
It's
that's
fine.
racism.
I am Indian.
Everybody get to bed.
Reggie's not gonna like that.
Some of these folks ain't too keen on leaving. It's up to us to figure out a way out of here. You up for it? It's your
okay,
decision.
I'll try. We'll go with that.
I'll try.
You'll do just fine.
Okay, I'll
Now get some
remember that.
sleep. We'll need it.
So I assume I was just supposed to do nothing if I was going to not get Reggie in trouble or something. Okay, we're saving... Because I talked so long about the episode, I'll go one more. Let's see... I'm just gonna be silent like I was before. With it. Skip.
Get up. Bill's gonna have a word.
Yeah, those look like crappy pillows.
There's been increased walker activity along the fence, so be mindful when outside the walls. The herd's moved a little closer as of this morning, but that still doesn't necessarily mean we'll be hit. No, we're monitoring the situation. Now, there are some folks might be sore about what happened and how things went. Well, that's all in the past now. Some of you are new to our community. Some of you are members who went astray. But know that you can find redemption here.
Yeah, fuck off.
Forgiveness. By proving your worth through what will undoubtedly be hard work. You know, Reggie slipped up last night, but that doesn't mean he should lose hope. Today will be a test for him. So let's all wish him the best of luck.
How'd you sleep?
Now let Reggie be an example
I
to
was
you all.
so tired.
Salvation is available,
See,
but
I didn't even
must be
realize.
earned.
Pay attention.
Kenneth will be
We'll
taking
talk
over
later,
Reggie's
okay?
duties outside
Okay,
the walls.
Did you just call
Sounds
Kenny
good.
Kenneth?
Michael will continue on,
I just
showing
thought
his
it was
value.
nice to finally...
Carlos!
Yes?
Your child seems to be in need of correction.
I'm gonna have to agree with that here.
Sorry. Sarah, apologize to Mr. Carver.
Sorry, sir.
No, that ain't gonna cut it. I can't have this kind of behavior on day one of your reform.
Reform my
You
ass.
discipline her now, Carlos.
How do you propose that
One good smack across the mouth
No.
should do it. It'll make her think twice before opening it up again. Go on, we'll wait.
I'm not sure with my hand that I could...
Well, that's why you got two hands, Carlos. Come on. Not some namby-pamby thing, all right? A good hard smack. Otherwise, Troy here will do it for you. I don't think you want that. He can be overzealous. Is that the word?
If it means I'll slap the shit out of her, then yeah.
See, she's already scared.
Carlos.
No, you don't need to do that. She's already scared. She won't do it again.
Hey, no one's fucking talking to you.
Unless you want one of what she's about to get, I'd pipe down, Missy.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm
Close
sorry.
your eyes, honey. It's only going to sting for a second.
Oh, no, this can't be. You asshole, Carver.
Do it.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
Stop! You're not coddling that girl anymore. Let her sit there and think about what she's done. Troy, get Carlos to his post. Everyone else should have their assignments. It's time to get to work.
Fuck you, Carver.
God damn. You really knocked the shit out of her, Doc.
Everyone get to work.
You're working in the armory. Follow me.
I get gone.
God damn this thing.
Oh, shit.
Clementine!
The rope is extended lower now.
Who's this?
Alright,
She's one of the
I
new
think
people. She was with Carlos and Sarah.
I'll go
Sarah?
one more.
I wish she'd stayed gone.
She's had a hard time, Becca.
So have we. We're not sitting on the ground like babies.
Go on inside. Bonnie's waiting.
Hey, I guess you're starting your day with me.
Okay.
We're loading magazines. Well, that's it. You got it.
Bonnie seems alright. The fact that she was a scout was not
I
very
suppose
good,
I owe you an apology. I wasn't truthful when I came across y'all at the lodge.
Oh, yeah, no
and
shit.
I was shown a kindness I never would have expected from a group of strangers. But now folks are dead, and I can't help but feel I'm to blame. But the plan was for no one to get hurt.
Carver's to blame.
I truly believe that was the intent.
Carver's the one who pulled the trigger. He's to blame.
Yeah, but I surely didn't
I
help
don't remember
matters.
that.
I thought if I was the one that found everyone, I could control it. Keep
Yeah, no.
everyone safe. But that ain't how it went. I apologize. Which don't account for much, but it's all I can offer right now. How was your first night in the yard? I know it ain't so comfortable, but
it
it's
was cold.
safe.
It was cold.
Well, you got them skinny arms, and you ain't wearing a
Yeah,
jacket.
because I don't have one.
I was supposed to go. When Luke and Carlos and all them left, I was planning on leaving too. When Luke approached me about it, I thought he was crazy. I mean, we're
why
safe
didn't you?
here.
I can't
We got
remember
power,
what she
we got
said.
Food.
Why didn't you? Leave, I mean.
If I'm being honest, I guess I chickened out. I justified not going by telling myself it's easier to try and change something that's broken than start all over. Take the
Matthew's wrong.
situation with the herd. That's the type of thing that rips a community apart. He keeps things in line. He's got a lot of this stuff
Carver is
figured out.
dangerous.
Nobody's safe here with Carver around.
You're safe if you stay on his good side.
I would if I knew where it was.
I mean, it ain't
He
easy
has to
keeping
be
a group
stopped.
this big fed and protected. I don't envy that position. I figured that'd make anyone a little stressed. I'm not defending what he did. That was...
He's
I'm
crazy.
alive
There we go with
because of
that.
him. That's just a fact.
I think he's crazy.
He's
Yeah.
overstressed.
You're bullshitting yourself.
It's easier to just say crazy.
Luke had ideas about how things should go, but they didn't line up with what Bill was thinking. They butted heads, then Rebecca started showing, and that only made things worse. Maybe Luke was right about him. I wish he was around, but I just
Luke?
hope he's safe.
He'll come back for
Hey,
us.
Bonnie, is that girl down there? I need to come get her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's here.
Okay, I'll be right over.
This isn't gonna be good.
I'm sure it's fine. Oh, almost forgot. I grabbed this for you.
Oh, a little jacket. Now I have one.
Huh? What do you think?
It's kind of ridiculous.
I found it
looking.
at the lodge y'all were at. Think it might be for skiing.
Yeah, it's
Had to
kinda
wait for no one to be
ugly.
around to get it to you.
It's kind of ugly.
Really? I thought it was kind of cute. Well, this ain't a fashion show. It'll keep you warm. You better
I
watch
should have
yourself.
probably more
I think some folks might be jealous of that cool jacket of yours.
Oh, there you are. What's with the ugly jacket?
Tavia!
What?
Never mind. I'll see you later, Clementine.
Come on.
Alright, we're saving.
Follow me.
Okay, I think I'll end things there. And we'll finish up next time. I'm dashing them out.